Oh man, so we got Bitcoin up just under 1% today, sitting at 46,700 at the time of recording this video. We got the nice bounce from 44.5. We're starting to work our way back up to test 48,200, which is going to be the key level. But in this video, we're going to be talking about altcoins. Yes, dare I say it? Could we be starting to see remnants, signs, clues that we may be entering an alt season? We're going to be covering all of that off in this video and more. Make sure you stay tuned till the very end. Hit up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, these videos are brought to you by, myself. If you want to become a course member, which gives you access to times, at least weekly live streams where you get access to ask me any questions you want. You can ask me to research a certain coin for you. We can do tokenomics on a certain coin. We can critique your portfolio. I can teach you TA or show you the patterns I use or some of the indicators I use and a whole bunch more. Then consider becoming a course member live. Ijaz.uk/member, links in description. Get yourself set up. It's $30 a month, but you'll get access to me when you need it the most whilst you're investing. Right, let's get straight into the charts, guys, because we can see here Bitcoin is having a green day, right? It's up 0.9% at the time of recording this video, and we're getting this nice bounce. I'm going to cover that in detail more on my Bitcoin Phantom video today, which make sure you go and watch. But the bit I want to talk about right now are altcoins, because Bitcoin's moving less than 1%, but we can start to see clues that Ethereum is moving at 1.3% today. Okay, we've got Atom, Cosmos moving at 4%. Okay, you've got coins such as Phantom moving really fast. You've got Solana up 5% today. We're going to look at some of these coins and more. We're also going to look at Ape Coin. We're going to look at Kadena. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to cover quite a few coins in this video, including Polkadot and a few others. But first, let's discuss what's going on here. And this is the daily chart for dominance. And you guys know we've been tracking dominance for many months, and it's an important metric when monitoring. And you can kind of see that we try to swing between about 49% and about 39% here. Now, remember, with this chart, for those who aren't familiar, the higher this chart goes, the more powerful Bitcoin is in terms of dominating the market, right? More money is going into Bitcoin than is going into altcoin as a percentage. As you tend towards the downside, that means more money is flowing into altcoins. And we can definitely see here 4 or 5 powerful red candles to the downside, really dropping us from levels such as 43% here down to 41%. It just goes to show that money is starting to flow in altcoins. And you can see that if I move me out the way here, you can just flick down the list below and you can see a whole bunch of altcoins. Luna up 7%. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at Kadena. We're going to look at Avalanche moving to the green side. But before we look at the chart patterns, let's take a look at this diagram. For those who aren't familiar, this is always the traditional path to an alt season. This is how the money flows. And I'm going to suggest one change to this document, whoever created this, but the general setting of it is correct. You've got phase 1, which is Bitcoin. Right? So the stock market's doing well, risk is considered on, things are looking good, and money will start to move into Bitcoin, right? People feel it's a safe investment. They want to make some returns using crypto because the returns in the normal markets or real estate or bonds are not achieving what they want to, and money flows into Bitcoin. Okay? Then it says here that you get a phase overlap, and the phase overlap being that that money then starts to go into Ethereum. Okay? Now, I would argue that this was the case for previous cycles, but now other large caps are just as strong in many aspects, and you start to see Ethereum and other large caps moving at about the same time. So these steps 2 and 3 have almost merged into the same step, and that's pretty much what we're seeing now. You then get that money flowing into, let's call it Ethereum and large caps, and we're talking your ADA, your Cosmos, your Luna, things in your top 15 to 20 on coin market cap, right? Your really big projects. And then you start to see that money, regardless of market cap, start to have their pumps, okay? That money then starts to flow in. As you can see here, large caps have gone full vertical, and we're seeing blow off tops. Mid caps, low caps, micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. It seems every coin is going parabolic regardless of the fundamentals. Absolutely. And that is when you get full altcoin season, guys. Let me put this into perspective. Right now, we're still sat at neutral. Imagine when this gets to 60. Imagine when this gets to 70, 80. That is where you get some crazy greed in the market, and you're going to see that reflect in the markets. you're going to see meme coins moving. You're going to see things like Ape Coin moving. I mean, I don't think Ape Coin's a meme. That's separate. I think it actually has good utility. If you haven't watched my video, I'll leave that linked up here explaining Ape Coin. But you'll start to see meme coins with very little fundamental start moving. In other words, what I say with my course member lives is you can't do wrong, right? When it's altcoin season, you can put your money anywhere pretty much, and it's going to have a double-digit move, right? You'd have to be doing pretty badly to miss those. That's just how it is. But right now, we're still in this phase where we're starting to see money move from Bitcoin into some larger caps. And the clue is, if we come into the charts, let's take a look. Let's start off with Cosmos, right? You're sitting here on the daily chart. We're seeing a good move here on Cosmos. We're creating our higher lows. We're starting to keep this trend to the upside here on Cosmos. So, you know, we're getting some movement here, up 4% on Cosmos. Phantom, we're going to cover off later in the specific Phantom video, but Phantom, this is the Phantom versus Bitcoin chart. Look at that. Huge break of trend here, big move to the upside. And now Phantom is really gaining versus Bitcoin. I mean, if we take this measured move here, we're talking 30% pump versus Bitcoin in just about over 10 days, right? Huge move to the upside here on Phantom versus Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was lagging the last couple of days, and Phantom really started to accelerate. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana, huge move, break out a trend. We're seeing a lot of money now start to come back into Solana. Just extend this line here. You can see this is a really nice breaker trend. These are really good entry points if you manage to pick these up on some of these coins. And look how hugely undervalued these are. And this is why, you know, throughout, I was saying you need to start accumulating in these periods. It's quite hard to time the market here. Experienced people can enter the break of trend and get it on the retest and enter their trade. That's fine. But it's far easier to take your time and accumulate across this period. If you look at this period from 21st of Jan all the way up to 26th of March, you had 3 months to accumulate if you had high conviction in a project like Solana. And this is the same for other coins as well. Whereas when you're timing the break, you've got to get it right in a couple of days. These pumps happen very powerfully and very quickly, and you can get liquidated as well with high leverage positions. Whereas if you were just entering your positions calmly because you believed in Solana like I did, then you would have continued to dollar cost average here in these down periods. I'm not saying to dollar cost average up here. That's not the right thing. That's chasing green candles. But dollar cost average in when the price is suppressed, but you have high conviction. That's exactly what we were doing with Phantom. I did that for Solana and other high conviction plays of mine as well. Let's take a look at Algorand. Now, Algorand was struggling for a long time, but now we're seeing a little bit of a break of trend. A break of trend trying to work its way back up to $1.10. Let's look at Ape Coin. If you guys haven't seen my video breaking down Ape Coin, I'm going to link that up at the end of this video. Go watch that. But you can see here, we've not got much data on Ape Coin, but we are seeing higher lows. You can see here, initially we fell as low as $9.57, but now we're kind of bottoming out currently at about $12 here, $12.24. So it's starting to build itself out and starting to move. It was up 4 or 5% here today on Ape Coin. Let's take a look at Kadena. Big move to the upside. Again, starting to get this break of trend. I covered this off with the course members because a few of you guys were asking about it. And this isn't a clean break. Remember the Solana one, which we were looking at? The Solana one came out of trend and went this way, right? This is going sideways across this trend. Yes, it hasn't gone down, which is great because it didn't get rejected by the trend line and started working its way down, but it has gone sideways. So technically it's a break of trend, but it's not a break of trend to the upside. We want to see some movement, and we're starting to get a good candle here today, up 10% on Kadena, another layer 1 proof of work blockchain. So definitely an interesting one. Ex-JPM employees working on that project, and they got to prove themselves, right? They've got a lot of work to do. You can see for the Fibonacci ratios, to get back into the golden pocket, got to get yourself from 19 to 20 because this had such a huge move to the upside side on Kadena, and then it just went. It was bad timing that Bitcoin obviously decided to go to the downside. Luna, another amazing project as Do Kwon continues to build up his BTC reserves, is now working its way to 112. Really big move here. This is just going from strength to strength, guys. We've been monitoring this. If you guys were lucky enough to get into Luna when I was getting in, not as early as the VCs, but I had to earn it the hard way, we were entering all the way here in, you know, the 12, 13 regions, a little bit more. We had this beautiful upward trend. We met our first price target at $76 here on Luna. We then set our next target at 100. We broke through that, and now you can see we're working our way to my next price target, which is at 140. And you're seeing it play out exactly in front of our eyes. A break of trend, continued strength, and working its way. Don't be surprised if it comes and gets a retest of, you know, the $87 mark or pullbacks. But if you want to enter Luna, this is one of those which is painful because it's just not pulling back enough to give people a chance to enter. But you've got to nibble. You've got to nibble because you might miss the train. Just wait for little pullbacks like this, for example, would have been a beautiful buy here at 77 and then a beautiful buy at 87, right? Just wait for the pullbacks. It might never come all the way back down to 87 now. So if it does pull back to 100, have a nibble. If it pulls back to 97, 95, definitely nibble, right? That's how you got to play, because sometimes with great projects like this, with solid fundamentals, it's hard to pick up if you didn't pick them up in the early days. So definitely, if you struggled to pick up around here, this was your beautiful moment here at 50. Picking up Luna, but again, it takes conviction to be able to do that. Let's move on to Avalanche. Avalanche, again, nice break to the upside. If we extend this trend line here, we'll start to see that we're moving to the right side now. We're $100 on Avalanche, another solid layer one solution. And again, just testament to the fact that we're seeing solid layer one projects really start to move. Now, these are not, we're not seeing massive pumps in meme coins, but we're seeing solid layer one solutions picking up 6%, 7%, 8%, 9%, and really starting to work their ways to the upside. And now you can start to see how quickly things in the market move. If you guys were in the market around January, you were able to pick up something like Avalanche at $53, right? Between 53 and 55. So now if you take that measured move to where we're at now, very quickly you're 90% up on any dip buying you were able to do here. And this is where the wealth is created, guys. I said it multiple times in the videos. When people weren't watching these videos, they weren't watching crypto videos, they weren't talking about it, the views were down on all these channels. That's when you had to do the work. So those who were with me through those periods, you're going to do pretty well. Those who have just entered the market, please, the only advice I can give you is don't chase the green candles. Let it come to you, let it pull back, buy on retracements. It's very important that we do that. Other coins that are moving are something like Polkadot is moving up 6% today. Again, starting to get a nice move now. We got this pivot point here at about $23, which is where we're fighting for now. We got to break beyond that and work our way to the upside here on Polkadots. What I want to see here from Polkadot is move to the upside, retest to the back end at that level, and then work its way higher through the levels on Polkadot. Another great project, something I've been dollar cost averaging, and it's crazy how cheap Polkadot has come. I've made plenty of videos explaining why I think this is so cheap and the fact that I'm continuing to dollar cost average at these levels. So when things start moving quickly to the upside, don't say I didn't warn you guys. Again, my long-term target of Polkadot continues to remain at the golden ratio at $74. So there you go, guys. I can continue to go. You've got Zilliqa up 10%. We know they announced their work with the metaverse, which has helped them continue to have crazy days on Zilliqa. Shiba up 3%, worth a mention there. But overall, a really nice green market. And now we can start to think, are we getting that all season? Are we seeing that flow of money, which I was showing you, where money goes into Bitcoin, eventually finds its way in other solid layer one solutions and high market cap plays, and then starts trickling down to smaller market cap, right? Things like Phantom, things like Algorand, and then even beyond that into some meme coins where you just can't get anything. We'll continue to monitor the dominance. Technically, if we look at it, we're still not in altcoin season. If I show you this in the chart pattern, this is still a Bitcoin month, right? A very clear Bitcoin month. You can see here on the season chart, we're still in Bitcoin season territory, but we're starting to see clues and behavior of altcoins starting to move. But at the moment, you can still see the majority of coins over the last 90 days have been underperforming Bitcoin, and these handful of ones have outperformed Bitcoin, including Rune, which we know, Zilliqa, very few projects, Luna, which we know, outperforming Bitcoin, but the rest have been following the market or have been underperforming Bitcoin. But in an alt season, that will be the reverse. You'll see more green and Bitcoin being the weaker one, just as a stable coin almost, whilst other altcoins are going crazy. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this blend between technicals and fundamentals. Hopefully that's given you an idea of what to look out when looking for an alt season and when altcoins are starting to move. Right now, I still think Bitcoin's got massive moves to the upside left, so I'm not massively going all in on altcoins. I just keep a balanced portfolio. I don't want to miss the run on Bitcoin. I don't want to miss the run on altcoins, and therefore I just play it safe. I keep a balanced portfolio. I've got a lot in Bitcoin, and I've got other parts of my portfolio split out into my favorite projects, ready, that if altcoins have a crazy move like Phantom has had, I can't time that, right? It's silly for me to time that. Tomorrow, if I try saying, okay, I'm going to rotate all my Bitcoin into Phantom because I know Phantom's going to have a 10-15% day today, and then suddenly Bitcoin has a crazy day and I miss it and I try to move my funds. It doesn't work like that. Have your favorite plays, allocate those positions, sit back and let it do its thing. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash up the like and subscribe. As always, what I'm going to do at the end of this video is I'm going to link up the video to my Ape Coin video. I think you're really going to like that. If you guys haven't come across Ape Coin, I think it's a really good project. I think a lot of people are knocking it and trying to put it in meme coin category, but I think they could be setting the example of how to do NFTs and how to create a coin and the ecosystem properly. So I'm really impressed. I'm watching it. I'm watching the price closely. I'm not invested. I've not bought yet, but go watch that video because I tell you at what level and what I'd have to do in order to get myself buying some Ape Coin. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, if you like my perspective, check out ijaz.uk/member. Join our course member live streams, learn TA, learn perspective, learn psychology, learn how to invest, ask me any questions, and have me at your disposal. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.